Peace, love and peace, my YouTube living family. Let me turn the radio down so I don't get demonetized. I'm not even monetized. What am I saying? Let me just turn it down so y'all can hear me and I don't get flagged, rather. So I'm about to start driving and I'm gonna do this video while I'm driving. But I know what I'm gonna be talking about. So just bear with me, y'all. Bear with me, because you already know. It is your girl, Obandy Cleopatra. You can call me Obandy, you can call me Bandy, you can even call me Bands, you can call me Cleopatra. Just don't call me outside my name, Empress Goddess, you know the ting. Alright, so it has been a hot minute since I've uploaded a video, and since my life is now revolving around my two children and I'm still working out the kinks in our routines and etc., I found that, you know, making these videos while I'm on the go is just the best thing for me right now. With that being said, if you follow me on IG, please do go check me out at coachbands_, because I have been posting a 1-2 update. And if you don't already know, I am a holistic wealth coach. It consists of life coaching as my main focus right now, and a couple of other things that I'll touch on later. I don't want to be talking about that right now. That's not what this video is for. But I just gotta do a little shameless plug, because your girl's up and coming. The underdog is rising. The phoenix is rising out of the dust, the ashes. Alright, so as you can tell by the title, your mindset can conquer all. Choose faith over fear. And the reason I titled it that, I'm going to get into in a minute. But there are a couple of things that I had to really just dig deep in myself and plant and nurture and water over the past, particularly like the past 3 years in particular. And that is when I became a mother, and a lot happened. A lot of things changed in my life. A lot of things changed in my life in the past 3 years. And while it was a roller coaster, to say the least, I think that's even an understatement. There were a couple of things that I just had to keep reminding myself of, and then a lot of things that I just kept learning, not only about myself but about other people and about the system that I live in. I'm from Canada. I live in Toronto. I'm a Torontonian. So there were just so many things and layers being peeled back off my eyes and helping me like widen and broaden my own perspective in every realm. And I don't just mean the physical, I mean the spiritual, I mean the mental, I mean even the emotional within myself and other people. My awareness has deepened and expanded immensely. Like, it's insane. Let me wait while they finish crossing. It's insane, and it's also so absolutely beautiful. Like, I'm so grateful to be coming out of what I'm coming from, and now driving my own car, and soon going back to school. And so, to say the least, I'm gonna just give you guys a quick run through. In 2020, I got pregnant with my daughter, who is now 3 years old, my beautiful little twin. I moved in with my partner at the time, and then so a situation happened, and we were preemptively evicted, and we were homeless for about 15 months. So during that time, they were all hell of, you can imagine how many ups and downs they were. This was COVID, all right? This was, you can't go nowhere. This was the times where you got to stay a little ass home, whether you had money or not, because there was nowhere to really even go and spend it, because everyone was on lockdown. So to be entering motherhood, my first time mom, my first child, and to be going through that took a toll on my mental health. Alone. I was working and had to stop working because there was a breakout at work. I'm like, I'm not risking my pregnancy, my child, and my own life. We don't know how serious this is just yet. They're still observing and etc. Long story short with that part, I ended up bouncing around a little bit, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to put my foot down and just go to a shelter. At the time I made this decision, I was already pregnant with my son, and wanted to have another child. The timing of it, of course, wasn't the best timing in my eyes, or even in my partner's eyes. But it is what it is. He's here now. I have a son as well. He's also my little twin, so like we're like triplets. If you follow me on IG, I post a couple of 1-2 photos of them, and we'll get into the motherhood stuff another time. But yeah, so majority of my pregnancy, I was in a shelter with me, my daughter, and my son in utero. And my partner at the time, we were having a lot of relationship problems, okay? A lot of it. And I'm not afraid to dive deep into the shadow work, because that is a part of what I do. I'm going to be pulling out I'm going to make it 31 days instead of 30 days. We're going to have a 31-day meditation and shadow work meditation challenge soon. So stay tuned for that. If you're into that, if not, you should get into it, because it'll help you live your best life. All right, honey? All right. But yeah, I'm not afraid to dive deep into the ugly, the dark, the dirty within myself and within the people that I love, so that we can naturally uproot what does not working for us and plant, cultivate things that we want instead. And a big thing for me is harmony. And that has became apparent to me while I was homeless. I'm like, this is not this can't be life. This cannot be life. And I don't just mean I don't just mean the being homeless part. I mean the energy of the relationships that I had at the time, the health of the relationships I had at the time, because you can be going through some real dark, nasty, you know what I'm saying, some real gutter type living type shit, but if you have some solid ass people by your side, you just know you're gonna be okay. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have to be fighting them, arguing with them. It doesn't need to be a battlefield every time you fucking wake up. So that's when I decided, I'm like, yeah, no, harmony needs to be it for me. If it's not harmonious, I don't want it. And I came to the conclusion later on that, harmony really is peace. When you have peace, you have harmony, and things are just flowing with the natural state of things. Especially when God is in the picture, then you know God is in the picture. Is that not the best thing? Man. With that being said, I might just walk through the mall. Because I might just walk through the mall. I'm feeling real tall. Little but me taller. Don't call me small. Energy big and bold. Will never get old. Fresh. Where did I leave off? I think I was talking about harmony and peace and having God in the equation. And just knowing that when God is there, things are going to be harmonious. Things are going to be peaceful, especially when you're leading with love and there's no judgment in the recipe. You can't be judgmental when you're with somebody that you love. If you're really intending to create a space that is healthy and healing and safe for them to unpack, because we all have things to unpack from our childhood, our traumas, our memories. It could even be happy ones, happy memories or happy feelings that we like to unpack and say, I wonder, why did I feel those things? How can I feel more of those things? Or if it's not so happy, okay, why was I feeling those things? How can I feel less of those things? So those are just some of the things that I observed in that year. I know for a fact, my becoming a mother really transformed the hell out of me entirely, my entire being. And I'm absolutely eternally grateful for it. So I'm not with my children's father anymore. So hear me out when I say I am absolutely grateful for the experience, for the love, even for the not so good parts, because as you all would know, I'm sure if you've gone through some nasty ass relationships, whether it be intimate, friendships, family, whatever, it helps you to learn, I don't like that. I don't fucking want that. And if I spot that early, it's a dead thing. All right. So yeah, I'm content with where I am, to be real. So yeah, that's why I'm back here. Fast forward to July, I had my son. My daughter's born in September like me. And so yeah, I had both my kids in the shelter for a hot minute, and I hated it. I know there are people out there that have worse living conditions in different parts of the world. So that helps, you know, for me to be just like, all right, it could be worse. Just be happy, or not happy, just be grateful and thankful that it was what it was and it wasn't any worse for me. And we ended up getting a place in December of last year. We were there for a bit. Mind you, this entire time I didn't have any expectations that the quality of my relationship with my baby father would get any better. So I was just toughing it out to see, okay, let's see where this is gonna go, because sometimes things can be unpredictable with certain people. If you know, you know. So that was that. I ended up moving out with my kids June, July, and yeah, I went back to my mom's. I'm like, you know what, fuck this being over here will be better than being over there, where all the trauma is happening, all the abuse is happening, all the shit I don't want for my life is happening. Because mind you, during these times I was still active on social media. I was still working on building my platform. A lot of times I was online, you guys didn't even know I was fucking homeless. The last 30-day meditation I had was, the last 30-day meditation challenge I had before the one early this year, I was homeless. When I went live to do my elevated exchange for the solo session, I was homeless. And I've had people tell me this so often, is that I carry myself with so much grace and so much poise and so much refined qualities that they would never have known. And while I'm grateful for that, for being, you know, that person and the strong friend, let me tell you right now, check on your fucking strong friends. All right, don't leave them to do the shit by themselves. Half the time they're doing it just because they have to, because y'all leave them no choice. Don't do that. Yeah, so basically I'm at a position in my life now. I wasn't able to finish this video the day I started recording it, so I'm going to continue it right now. What is the title again? Choose faith over fear. I was talking about my mindset. God, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my breath, my sense of self. Things are getting better, and I'm focused on that. I still need to clean up the mess that I partook in making. Alright, so if you're still watching this video right now, then you will recognize that I'm wearing completely different clothing, and that's because it's a completely different day. It is now January 29th, 2024, and I just wasn't able to finish the video when I started it, but I'm here now. I'm here now. And I think we left off talking about where I'm at now in terms of my mindset and choosing faith over fear. And I want to say that I'm in a space that is just full of gratitude. All right, it's full of gratitude, and I still need to constantly choose faith over fear. And I think that's normal for us to have. I think it's a normal battle for us to have within ourselves of choosing faith over fear, especially when we have our anxieties and we have our thoughts and our feelings and our fears or concerns or whatever that sometimes overwhelms us, right? Whether it be our day-to-day and our week-to-week, our month-to-month, or maybe we have too much foresight, or maybe we're too much in hindsight and we're focused on the things we shouldn't be focused on when we're dealing with the hindsight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a constant tweaking, a constant process of refinery that you just have to have gratitude while you're in. You gotta have gratitude for it, have grace for that, grace for yourself, and embrace the idea, at least the ideas of the blessings that are coming and that are waiting for you to just step into them, you know? So I'm just gonna do a quick recap. So I talked about me choosing faith over fear during the whole trials and tribulations that I was enduring from 2020 up until now, 2024. And I don't know, I think I'll do an in-depth video on a future date as to what exactly went down in my life. And of course, doing it in a way that's constructive, because I don't need y'all sympathy, and I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. I'm not looking for any sympathy. If you relate, it resonates, you can empathize, feel free. But this is just my story. This is just my truth. And I feel good sharing it because it has always felt like a purpose of mine to speak my word, but speak it in a way that is uplifting and inspiring to others. Because if I'm not pouring into the light in you, meanwhile I know that I have a light in me, I know that I have a goddess in me, and I pour into her, then what good am I to humanity? So it'll always be in a way that's constructive and uplifting. I don't do the degrading thing. I'll definitely question your integrity if necessary. But we don't have to go there right now. Yeah, choosing faith over fear, especially the past 3 years, has saved my life. I know that's right. I know that's right. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm taking a social media break right now, so you're not going to find me until the end of February. But you can just keep a note in your phone, in your little notepad, at @CoachBands_. All right? And by February, I don't know, 26th or 27th, you go search that up and hit me up. And follow me. Stay tuned, because I'm actually getting into music. But we'll talk about that in a different video. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Love and peace in my Divine Living YouTube family. Goddess, I'll see you.